Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Serving Nerve, where we talk about whatever we want, and today we're going to be going through more fat acceptance, body positivity, TikTok cringe compilations. So yeah, we're just going to get into this and see where this goes.
I went from skinny to fat because I wanted, and this happened. I went from size S to XXL #big boy. I felt confident about my new body in public space. I grew a beautiful big and soft belly that feels so sexy and good. Let's be honest, fat is cool and we should normalize and appreciate fat bodies at the same level as gym bodies. We both have different standards of beauty, but both are valid, and we both work in our ways to get the bodies we want, fitness or fat.
So I have to point this out. I think people should be able to do whatever they want, but when I see videos like this, I automatically just think it's like fetishy and weird and a weird sexual kink and something that gets you off, and it can put your health at risk. You know, when you're working on your fitness, your health, eating healthily, exercising, those are things that are good for you. Sitting around, gaining excessive sums of weight, and then basically getting off on that or finding beauty in it is not healthy. So I get that we want to be body positive, and, you know, we want to kind of like accept ourselves for what we're at. And hey, maybe, you know, before you weren't healthy anyways, or, you know, you were too skinny, or you were skinny and you weren't happy with your life or your body or whatever. But I find that if we're hitting points of, you know, finding beauty in fatness and then just getting fat, I don't think that's healthy for us. More than anything else, bypassing kinks, bypassing like fetishes, bypassing anything else. It's just not healthy. And when you're comparing fitness to fatness, these are two very polar things. In most cases, your fitness goals are going to get you healthier. You know, as long as you don't take them to the extremes or end up shooting things in your butt, you're probably going to be healthier than when you started. If you go on a fat gaining journey, or an obese journey, or whatever the frick we're doing now, that's not going to increase your well-being, your health, your longevity. It'll probably have the opposite effect. So, I don't know. I just think it's silly, like the whole fat is beautiful. I don't find it particularly beautiful, but maybe that's just because I don't find dying early beautiful. I don't know. And again, like this guy, maybe he's perfectly healthy. I don't know. I just think it's weird.
Yeah, but the fact I've gained weight is okay because, you know, we've been living through a global pandemic.
Say that again?
The fact I've gained weight is okay because we've been living...
No, just the first bit.
The fact I've gained weight is okay.
I'm not gonna lie, bros, this is kind of dumb to me. Like, I get everybody during the pandemic was getting fat. I also got fat during the pandemic, alright? It happens, it's life, it is what it is. One, just want to point out, this weight gain for this person, like, they look fine, like, whatever, okay? I'm not trying to belittle this person, saying this person looks bad or anything like that. I think they look fine. But the thing I want to point out is, this is like a weird eating disorder recovery scope of things. If you don't understand why this person is attributing this value to this circumstance, it's because, you know, having to come up with a justification for your weight gain is what a lot of people feel the need to do. And in the eating disorder recovery world, I'm not saying this person has like an eating disorder or something like that. I'm just saying, in the eating disorder recovery world, this is the kind of rhetoric that I would see all the time. It's just a sensitivity to your body, you know, dysmorphia. It's a sensitivity to your, you know, weight gain, your insecurities, you know, having to come up with ways of, you know, justifying it, accepting yourself, whatever. And, I don't know. I think it's dumb. I mean, at the end of the day, if that's the reason you gain weight, just own it. That's the reason you gained weight. Personally, I think that's kind of an excuse, but everybody's got an excuse for something. I just think that having to be like, the fact that I gained weight is okay, I mean, it's fine. But the idea of making a video and posting it online, having to prove that it's okay, kind of takes away from the fact that it's okay. If you have to post a video justifying that it's okay to gain weight, I feel like it's kind of the opposite. Like, even if you're just making a point that you don't have to justify it, you're justifying it ironically by posting this video talking about how you don't need to justify it. So, I don't know. I just think it's kind of stupid. But saying that, this person looks fine. They're not, like, obese either. Like, this is a big difference here. If you look at this person on the street, you're gonna be like, normal person, whatever. If you see somebody who's 500 pounds on the street, yeah, it's probably not okay that they're the ones gaining weight. So I'm just saying, circumstance here does matter, and waist circumference is a variable. This person says, I'm currently 94 pounds down from my highest weight. I have struggled my whole life to know how to love myself into a healthier version of who I am. Leaving fat acceptance and the old mindsets I used to have was just the first step in this long journey I'm very much still on. I own who I am, I always have. I finally have figured out how to do that with my long-term goals in mind. Come join me in seeing my journey here on my YouTube. Okay, whatever. Anyways, this is a significantly better improvement. You know, we had some guy, some dude, you know, going off about how, you know, oh, well, this is my journey, you know, whether it's a fitness journey or a fatness journey, you know, it's my journey, and I love myself so much more as I'm grabbing my rolls and all that stuff, the first clip that we saw in this video. Then we see this. It's a polar opposite, but ironically it has the same similar kind of subset of mindset, I think. This, congratulations, wonderful, productive, alright? She's improving her health, she's doing good. But then you've got the other guy who's just gonna be, you know, talking about how, oh, he's so much happier now that he's fat, and it feels great to be fat, and, you know, we should all accept him on his journey. So personally, I find it just very interesting that there are two kinds of people with very similar perceptions on self-improvement and self-acceptance, and one requires that you lose weight, and the other requires that you gain weight. So I think that's very interesting.
There's nothing wrong with my body. Fat is not a dirty word. If my body tells me something, I will make sure it is heard. If my body is a vessel, I will give it what it needs. I will not betray my body, no matter what they think of me.
Again, this is definitely one of those, like, I don't know, I feel like body positivity is so weird nowadays, because, you know, when I looked at this from, like, the eating disorder recovery community standpoint, or the people who would come from that with body positivity, which was before the fat acceptance thing really struck, I think. You know, you'd hear this all the time, like, you know, trusting your body, fat not being a dirty word, trust your body, give it what it needs, blah, 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 you know, whatever the crap. And now that I see it from a different perspective, it's just ironic because, you know, I remember there being so many talks of chicks online who would have to talk this way in order to get themselves to eat themselves out of a BMI that was literally starving, and now it's just about chicks making songs talking about being fat and how it's not bad. So it's just ironic. And also, you know, I'm not trying to diss this girl. She looks fine. I don't care. But I just think it's stupid. And I think us making songs about being fat, I don't know. I hate it. I think it's stupid. I think these songs suck. I don't know, bro. I'm not really impressed with this, but whatever. Do what you want. Also, I don't even know if I should go on about it. I could break this whole thing down, but honestly, this is just some girl who's probably going to have her own breakdown. I'm just not really a big fan of this. I think singing about this is kind of weird. But people sing about all kinds of stupid things, so I'm not really one to talk.
You never see these people comment this shit under parkour videos, or people vaping, or about people who are on Ozempic who should not be on Ozempic.
So this person commented, have fun not living at age 40. I'm just saying, Ozempic is getting a lot of hate recently, and justifiably so. I personally don't think people should be on Ozempic to lose weight. It's a diabetes medication. But I'm also not a medical professional, so I'm not allowed to say anything or have an opinion on anything medical, because that's called medical misinformation. Ba-bam. But the other thing is, like, the anti-vape and anti-smoking ads are prevalent, so that's just not true. And parkour, I mean, that's a very niche thing. A ton of people are fat, but only so many people are gonna be jumping from buildings. And yeah, there are actually, like, tons of stories about people dying doing parkour, so I don't know. And also, yeah, there are tons of circumstances where people doing dangerous tricks will get hurt. There are TikTok trends where people get hurt all the time, or they lose their lives. It's not a good thing. It's not also a justification for this person justifying what I assume is obesity. I think they're justifying being overweight or fat or something. I think that's kind of their whole vibe. Could be wrong. Maybe it's something else, but I'm pretty sure they're just trying to justify their weight.
My smaller friend is bloated and has to announce it. My mother-in-law needs shapewear so her bits fit right. Someone I just met jokes that they forget to eat until it's the middle of the night. And I know their worst fear is to look like me, and that fact makes me want to kill somebody. I'm eating at the counter and you're talking about your weight. I usually
I don't understand being affected by people's words so much so that you have to make a song about it. I'm sorry. Good for her, making music, I don't know. It's not my vibe, but, better than I could sing any day. Better than I could sing any day. But I don't know, man. I just don't get it. Like, yeah, people say they're bloated, people say they forget to eat, and then they end up just eating later at night or whatever. I know so many people have said so many, like, things that have made me feel quote-unquote guilty before. You just learn to ignore them. Better than dwelling, like this person is, who has to release a song, I guess, pertaining to the things that they've heard people say. I find it a little bit weird, but that is just my opinion. Anyways, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And what do you think about all of this? And that's right, I hope y'all enjoyed my people, and I'll see you all later. It has been lovely. Slater.